gotta keep track of your heads. If you don't know where the head's going, then you might end up getting bitten in the butt.
Welcome back to Operation Pixel.
Just remarking on how you gotta keep track of your alien heads.
Yep, we're watching our butts.
If you,
what was that Samuel Jackson quote?
Yeah, hold on to your butts. One of my favorite movies of all time, Jurassic Park. Hopefully people have seen that movie, but
yeah, I think most people have probably seen that. But I would assume
you definitely gotta keep track of where crap is, because I mean, again, like these aliens, like they hurt.
Yeah, they do.
Like, yeah, you just gotta like watch your butt.
You are still regenerating, but
oh, see, like, right there. I had to get through that little part.
Pretty quick, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, again, like, I kind of figured coming into this, like, just be, like, repeating it a few times to just get through it, like most of the other levels in this game, but...
Yeah, no, you're already doing pretty good here. I don't know how long this level is, which is, I think, the main issue.
Yeah, it's pretty long. I think it's probably, like, a good 5 minutes just to get through the entire level, but...
Sure.
Really, it's, like, just, again...
Yeah, I just mean, like, I don't know how far you've gotten, like, completion percentage-wise.
Yeah, I'd probably have to play through the whole level to know for sure, but again, like you're saying, like, yeah, it's just kind of like, again, keeping track of where your enemies are at, and you gotta move through spaces really quick, and...
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying, though. You definitely called it when you said, like, this level's gonna be very much about, sort of level memorization. You just gotta play through it a bunch of times until you've gotten it down.
Until you know where, like, every little alien pops up from.
Yep. But more specifically, I think you can sort of finagle the aliens a little bit. But, like, the freaking, like, path it sends you through, like, there's a lot of dead-end passages here that could kill you. And the level moves around kind of weirdly like that. It just, like, moved up there like that was the direction you're going, and it's like, no, let's go down this way instead.
Yeah, you gotta...
There's so many places where it could, like, kill you here just by, like, not knowing the path.
Yeah, like, in a lot of this, too, like, quite a bit of it, anyway, like that just comes from, like, doing it, like, over and over, and, like, again, like, bits and pieces of it. I, like, did this so much when I was younger that I remember, like, where to go, for the most part. Like, I know, like, you gotta go through here, because, oh, what do you know, there's a spot there.
Yep. Yeah, man, this level's trying to kill you. It's almost like these aliens don't want you to succeed.
Almost. Okay, I'm going... Any aliens dare popping up, trying to taste some of this Echo?
I mean, this game is ridiculously weird, though. Like, I thought it was weird when I played it as a kid, but I only made it to, like, the third level or something before I just started, like, eh. But the gameplay really changes. I was actually thinking about how, like, poop. Some of those early levels and stuff, those ones were very much kind of like long adventure kind of stages.
Yeah.
Where you had to, like, really puzzle your way through it. And they didn't really have too much of a chance of killing you, except for, like, you got to, like, the crab tunnels there, and that was pretty ugly. But for the most part, it wasn't that bad.
Right.
And then some of the later stages, I was saying stuff about how, like, you were never more than a couple minutes from where you left off because you could get through the stages so quickly.
Right.
So I feel like the levels got shorter but harder.
Shorter but harder is probably a good word to describe it. And,
yeah.
Like, you certainly die a lot more just, like, repeating
but it's just kind of thing. It's just kind of interesting how it changes, like, the feel of the game as, like, the levels are, like, so vastly different in, like, the way they're designed. And it's also weird just looking at,
aliens.
The game's story as a whole, because, like, you're like, oh, I'm a dolphin, and, like, oh, now it's a mystery thing, and you're just swimming through the ocean looking for your freaking whale friend, and that's, like, half the game is looking for the whale.
And
then, you, like, meet, like, a giant super being thing, travel to a forgotten city, time travel to the prehistoric times, and then, like...
Turns out you gotta save the world from aliens.
Yeah, it's like, what happened?
Yeah, Echo's got an interesting storyline, for sure.
Yeah.
And, again, like... This is pretty much wrapping it up here. I mean, you gotta get through this big machine, big toilety machine thing, and
yep.
Then
oh, careful! Ah,
see, like right there, it kind of glitched out on me. Like,
yeah,
it's like I kind of think the sprite was stuck, but
yeah, it kind of seemed like you should have been able to get through, but
yeah, I mean, like again, like you get through this little machine here thing, then there's a little surprise waiting for you at the end.
Final boss battle.
Well, you'll see. Maybe. But
is it a second Echo?
that would be interesting. Actually, you know,
it's the other Echo because you traveled back in time.
yeah,
Now there's two of you.
yeah. Like if you get caught by one of these alien things, like it pretty much instantly kills you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fortunately, you can pretty much instantly kill them.
Yeah, it's nice that you can use your Echo, especially because like if you time out your Echoes maybe a little bit more, they penetrate walls.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to kill these aliens. Fortunately, so. In fact, really, you just need to echo. Like if you just echo and there's a head nearby, like it will hit it. Like
for some reason, I was just imagining this from the aliens' perspective. Can you imagine they're like, something's gotten onto the ship. They're like, quick, get it out of here. And then you run into it and it's like just sitting there. And like it's breathing, it kills you instantly.
Yeah, they're probably wondering, like, I imagine that story-wise, the only reason you're able to even survive this is because of the asteroid's power. Like, there's no way you can be breathing on whatever this alien thing is. Like,
well, I mean, it could still be filled with water. Remember, they did siphon up that thing and then siphon out all of the sea creatures.
Yeah.
Maybe they wanted the salt water. Maybe that's what their ship is full of. Except I don't actually see any, like... I think most of the game you can see little, like, bubbles and stuff coming off.
Yeah.
When you're swimming through water. So maybe it isn't water.
It's gotta be, yeah, something like some sort of stuff that they can kind of breathe. You know, well, certainly you don't have to worry about breathing because you're a freaking dolphin, but...
You're a freaking super dolphin.
But, yeah, I mean, like, again, just this whole thing, you know, it's like... It's really bizarre, like, you know, it has a really interesting story aspect, just because you, like, you don't really see it coming, but...
I think Ark was telling me, because he was actually planning to do this series for a little while, and he would have joined us on it, probably, but he was really busy when we were recording it. But he was saying that, that from what he heard, Ecco the Dolphin was based on a drug trip. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that describes most games from like that time period.
Yeah. Well, even like that friggin' like level or whatever kind of gave the pseudo drug trip effect, like with the walls looking funny and, you know, freaking. Oops.
Made it pretty far though.
Yeah.
Well, further. I don't know how far you were.
Yeah, pretty much as far as I got before at least. But yeah, again, like, you know, it's just kind of like. With anything, like, you know, a lot of these games with the weird storylines and just this level in general is, like, you know, pretty strange, but, like, you know, that level in particular, the one with the friggin' tube, you know, it's like, you just look around the room, like you were saying, it kind of has, like, an effect.
Oh, yeah.
Just kind of funny. And, I mean, again, like, you know, a lot of these games, you know, it's like they gotta design it from that aspect, too, to make it, like, a, you know, like a challenging level. But then they gotta also think, like, design and story-wise, you know, it's like, you know, does this make sense or whatever, and, like, it is kind of cool they incorporated the, like, little, you know, like, saving the world aspect from Aliens, but instead it's like you're playing as a dolphin.
Yeah. It's definitely, different.
And,
I mean, most games, I feel like, in my opinion, just, from what I know of story writing, like, I'm not always big on like, saving the world storylines. Because it's difficult to relate to.
Yeah.
Like, to have that much kind of, like, pressure or responsibility or, like, significance isn't really relatable.
Yeah.
It can be fun, but it has to be, like, really set up well. And even in this case, like, I think it'd be better to say that Echo's trying to save his family and friends more than he is trying to save the world.
Yeah. And saving the world's just kind of like a icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, we don't even know if he's saving the world, because it seems like these aliens basically just came by and they sucked up all his friends and then, you know, flew off into space somewhere. Like, you friggin' traveled down to the Antarctic and stuff like that, and...
Yeah.
And,
talk to a big dying whale. And...
Yeah, like, the world was fine. Like, nothing bad had happened.
Yeah. I think that's kind of the idea they were going for, though, is like, you know, it's like... Technically, it's like the interesting thing is just the humans don't have any part of this, but you know at the same time, you know.
Was it something else I was looking at, or was it in this game where they said something like every like 500 years or something this happens?
Yeah, every 500 years you like get sucked up or whatever. And
I don't know if it was 500, but
yeah, you basically just, you know, you're defending your pod or whatever, but like in consequence, these aliens are basically here to, you know, take over, and
oh,
they're.
I thought you were screwed there. I was like, this seems like a bad choice you just made there. And then the game's like, by the way, good job on that decision.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Who would do that?
Yeah, there's like certain little aspects of this game.
Oh,
this
man.
level in particular, yeah, like that.
I'm so glad you know your way around here.
That little thing right there, like I recognized it.
Yep. I think if Ark was playing this game, this would be the level he would rage quit on.
Yeah, fortunately,
like the rest of it would piss him off, but I think he could make it through it. I think this one. Oh man.
Yeah. I think. Oops.
Oh, watch out. That was
Just
interesting that it was like flashing red and like, oh god, friggin' ow! Are you back in the tube?
Yep. And I'm in the wrong area.
Oh crap.
I actually remember part of that. You're not supposed to go up the little thing or whatever.
It's
like,
just distracting because you're like, oh hey, it's a thing. I must be making progress. And
it's
then
like you want to go in this room, but nope, no, you don't. You're gonna get crushed by the wall. And yeah, like again, like for example, like again, like with this level in particular, it's really just memorizing where you're supposed to go. And just because I did this so much, like a long time ago, like I actually like recognize like where some of the areas are. And you know, it's like once you've done it like enough times, like you can just, it's amazing how it all just kind of comes back. And like you were talking about there, like that one spot where like I could have gotten crushed, but like, you know, in my mind, back of my mind, I was like, hey, I remember this. Is
yeah.
Kind of like, isn't this like where the screen kind of messes with you a little bit?
Yeah.
It's like, that's just the funny thing with this level in particular is like,
you have enough PTSD from being a kid playing here. You're just like, this is a trap. I know it.
That's the exact quote you could put on it. It's a trap. It's actually kind of funny. These guys actually kind of look like Admiral Akbar or whatever his name was.
Maybe a little bit.
They got the similar face features. It's a trap.
They do seem sort of, they're either crustacean or insect-like.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to be like kind of like insecty kind of alien types, but I know they're really they were kind of inspired by the Alien series, the Black Aliens.
Oh sure, man. The Xenomorphs inspired like so much of like games from this time period.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, again,
even
like,
nowadays I think they're inspiring a lot still.
Like, can you imagine just going to your boss and pitching an idea? It's like, you know, I want to make a game about like, you know, little ocean creatures and just, you know, make it about like, you know, aliens. You know, like throw the aliens in there somewhere.
Yeah, like I mean, you know, freaking what's the term? They have the elevator pitch, where it's like you have to break it down to like 2 sentences to sell someone on the game's idea.
Yeah, and it's just kind of interesting because, like, you know, I was talking to you about this, like how, you know, just from what I remember, they were, you know, were pitching Ecco like as an idea, and you know, one of the things that the director said was, you know, like, okay, well, you know, we're pitching this idea. It's like, you know, and it had something to do with like the Animal Society or something. They were like, they were getting like funding or whatever, and like, you know, part of it was just like convincing them, okay, well, it's a cute little game with a dolphin trying to save his friends and swim around, and they're like, yeah, it's not violent at all. It doesn't involve anything, you know, like controversial or anything. So
was there some sort of dramatic Ecco the Dolphin controversy?
I don't think there was really a controversy, but like,
I mean, clearly they still made like another couple of games at least.
But like,
so
as far as I understand it, like, they were very lucky to have this game even happen to begin with, and you know, the fact that it did, like, you know, it's just interesting because I mean, for the time it was pretty unique, but it's also a pretty popular Sega game in that, you know, most people have heard or at least played or tried Ecco the Dolphin.
Oh yeah, sure. Like,
So.
I mean, even today, it's like on most of the like, there's a whole bunch of things these days coming out that are like, you know, collections of games that were on like the Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
I saw one on Steam the other day. I have one for the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the thing is that like this is just one of those like classic Genesis titles. Like, you know, if there was a Sega Genesis thing that came with like 20 Sega Genesis classics, this would probably be on there along with like freaking Sonic the Hedgehog and stuff. Oops.
I thought I was supposed to go that way.
Yeah.
I actually think you are supposed to go that way. It's just that
it probably does it like after a second. It like goes up and then goes back down in there.
It goes up and goes down.
Oh man.
So again, the longest part of this level is again like the thing too is you just gotta follow it. So it's about a 5-minute playthrough all around, but that's assuming you don't die. So
and that's the hard part.
I mean, we
You're
could
doing pretty good here. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna call it good for right now. We'll come back next time on Operation Pixel, and I'll probably start fast forwarding a lot of this stuff we've already seen.
Sounds good.
And
we're just trying to get to the end here, and
yeah.
it's like once you get the pattern down, it's like it's really just getting back to that spot. And
so if anyone wants to see the end of the machine, come back next time on Operation Pixel. Haha.
and you won't regret it. Maybe you will.
We can't guarantee anything.